With Doctor Strange 3 said to have a monumental task of dumping exposition about the multiverses and Doctor Strange assembling a whole new team of multiverse Avengers to fight in this oncoming Doomsday War, it is said that Clea is going to play a vitally important part, possibly on par and as important as Doctor Strange. So let's talk about everything that we recently heard. Clea, of course, appears at the end of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, played by the one and only Charlize Theron, and then there's been no mention of her, but I think the story obviously explains why there's no mention of her, because her and Doctor Strange are gone, gallivanting somewhere abouts in the vast span that is the multiverse, so I can excuse them for not bringing her back, unlike the Eternals and Shang-Chi, because, you know, they're not in this universe while the others are. Anyways, though, we recently heard a rumor that Clea is going to become way more important than what most people think, and that they are playing with the idea of having her be one of the Black Swans that is heavily involved with Doctor Doom, if not working for him. Now, if you're not familiar with these specific gals, they were a whole part of that whole incursion scenario in New Avengers, which is quite obviously what Marvel Studios is basing the upcoming Secret Wars and Doomsday on in part. And without spoiling too much of what happens, the Black Swans are actually revealed not to be bad guys in the context of the story, but more so that they are actually trying to prevent the Beyonders from destroying everything. So if this is in fact true and they're gonna make Clea one of the Black Swans, I honestly think that would make sense. Now, I believe this original report comes at us from Alex Perez, but I think it's been diluted and reshared and regurgitated by other insiders, so I can't really track down the original source, but I believe it is him and Cosmic Circus. And this would honestly make a whole lot of sense in terms of the context of Doctor Doom assembling a team. Maybe we find out that Doctor Doom took Clea and said, hey, go get Doctor Strange, get him out of here, because I'm going to attack. And we can't have him because he knows a lot of what's coming. So by the time Doctor Strange gets back into the picture, Doom has already started to ravage the sacred timeline and Earth 616. So this could all play out in a pretty interesting and simplistic story in a way. But again, if it turns out to be true, and who knows if this is how they're going to handle it. I like the Black Swans and what they did with them, but they're definitely not a team or a group that sticks out to me as like, oh man, I really love these characters. Like, it was a cool concept, but nothing that stuck with me. So maybe it might just be the best way to use them here as, yeah, they're comic book accurate to a degree, but we're doing our own thing because who really has an affinity for the Black Swans? You know? I mean, I'm assuming once they make some changes, we're going to hear all the hardcore Black Swan fans come out of the woodwork like every other time. But yeah, I'm okay with changing it up if it's true.